Life is a mirror that reflects what you believe about yourself. Look around you. Every achievement, every failure, every breakthrough, and every setback you have ever faced is directly tied to what you believed was possible for you. Not what others said, not what society whispered, but what you allowed yourself to believe. From the moment we are born, the world begins feeding us ideas about who we are and what we are capable of. Some are positive, many are not. You are too weak, you are not smart enough, you are not talented enough, you come from the wrong background, you are too old, you are too young, you are too different. And slowly, piece by piece, we begin to build invisible chains around our mind, chains of doubt, chains of fear, chains of limitation. These chains are not made of metal, they are not forged in fire. They are crafted from words, from experiences, from rejection, from comparison, from failure, from fear. But here is the truth that few will tell you. The chains that bind you are not real. They exist only in your mind. And if you built them, you have the power to break them. Self-doubt is the most dangerous prison on this earth. It is invisible, yet it traps millions. It is silent, yet it shouts in your mind every single day. It convinces you that you are small when in reality you were born for greatness. Think about this. Look at every person who has ever achieved something extraordinary. Whether it is business, sports, arts, science, or leadership, they were not born superhuman. They were born just like you, flesh, blood, and bones. What separated them from the masses was not talent alone. It was belief, a deep, unshakable belief that they could become something more. When Thomas Edison was told he was too stupid to learn anything, he did not listen. When Oprah Winfrey was told she was unfit for television, she did not listen. When Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team, he did not listen. Do you know why they did not listen? Because deep down, they realized a powerful truth. The opinions of others are not your reality. Your doubts are not the truth. Your fears are not facts. Most people spend their entire lives living below their potential. Not because they are incapable, not because the world is unfair, but because they believe a lie, the lie that says they cannot, the lie that says they are not enough. Self-doubt will tell you to play it safe. Stay comfortable. Do not take risks. Do not dream too big. Do not try something new. Because what if you fail? What if you look foolish? What if they laugh? But here is something far more dangerous than failure. Regret, the regret of knowing you could have. The regret of knowing you were meant for more but never took the chance. Understand this. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is the path to success. Every successful person has failed more times than the average person has even tried. They are not successful because they never doubted themselves. They are successful because they moved forward despite the doubt. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is action in the presence of fear. The greatest battle you will ever fight is the one inside your own mind. It is the battle between your potential and your doubts, between your dreams and your fears, between who you are and who you are capable of becoming. Look in the mirror. Really look. Understand that the only person standing between you and the life you desire is you. Not your boss, not your parents, not society, not the economy, just you. This is not meant to blame you. It is meant to empower you. Because if you are the problem, you are also the solution. There is a lion inside you. A champion, a warrior, but it has been buried under years of doubt, fear, and insecurity. It is time to wake it up. Start by changing the story you tell yourself. Every day, you are writing a story in your mind. I am not good enough. I am not worthy. I cannot. I am a failure. Stop. Change the script. Start saying I am capable. I am strong. I am worthy. I can learn. I can grow. I can achieve. I can become. Speak it before you believe it. Speak it until your mind starts to believe. Speak it until your actions start to align. Speak it until your reality starts to shift. Success starts with a decision to no longer be a prisoner of your own mind, a decision to believe in yourself even when no one else does, especially when no one else does. Do not wait for perfect conditions. They will never come. Do not wait for someone to give you permission. Give yourself permission. Do not wait until you feel ready. You will never feel ready. The truth is, you will always have doubt. You will always have fear. But those are not signals to stop. They are signals that you are stepping into growth. Growth is uncomfortable. Change is scary. But nothing is scarier than living a life that is a shadow of what it could have been. You were not born to be average. You were not born to be a spectator in your own life. You were born to be a creator, a builder, a leader. Your dreams are valid. Your goals are possible, but they require something from you. They require belief. They require discipline. They require sacrifice. And most importantly, they require that you silence the voice of doubt. Remember this. Your mind is both your greatest weapon and your greatest enemy. Feed it with garbage, it will produce garbage. Feed it with belief, discipline, learning, and growth, and it will produce greatness. You cannot control everything in life. You cannot control the economy. You cannot control what others think. You cannot control the past, but you can control your thoughts. You can control your attitude. You can control your actions, and those things will change everything. Right now, there is someone less talented than you, less skilled than you, less educated than you, living the life you want, not because they are better, but because they believed, they tried, they failed, they kept going. Do not let the chains of self-doubt hold you back another day. Break them, smash them, replace them with new chains, chains of discipline, chains of focus, chains of belief, chains that do not hold you down but hold you together. You are capable of more than you can possibly imagine, but you will never know unless you try, unless you dare. Unless you believe no one is coming to save you, no one is coming to push you, no one is coming to tell you that you are enough. You have to do that for yourself, and when you do, you become unstoppable. The first step in breaking the chains of self-doubt is awareness. You cannot change what you do not recognize. Most people walk through life unaware that their greatest enemy lives in their own mind. It whispers quietly every day, you cannot, you should not, you are not enough. But awareness turns on the light, and once the light is on, the darkness of doubt begins to fade. Ask yourself right now, what is one thing you have always wanted to do but never dared to try? What dream have you buried under excuses? What goal have you delayed because of fear? Be honest, because the truth will set you free, but only if you face it. Once you identify the doubt, challenge it. Where did it come from? Was it a failure from your past? Was it something someone said to you? A rejection, a mistake, a painful moment? Understand this. Just because something happened to you does not mean it defines you. Your past does not equal your future unless you choose to live there. Look at the most successful people in the world. Every one of them has a story of rejection, failure, or doubt. Walt Disney was told he lacked creativity. Steven Spielberg was rejected from film school multiple times. J.K. Rowling was a single mother living on welfare before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. These people were told no. They were told they were not enough. But they decided to believe differently. It was not luck. It was mindset. You must do the same. Start feeding your mind with truth. The truth is, you are capable, you are powerful, you can learn new skills. You can overcome challenges. You can become whoever you decide to be. This is not fantasy. This is not wishful thinking. This is the foundation of every success story that has ever been written. The second step is action. Belief without action is empty. You do not build confidence by thinking. You build it by doing. Every time you take action despite doubt, you weaken its power. Every time you show up, even when you are afraid, you teach your mind that fear does not control you. Small steps lead to big victories. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Consistency compounds. One day becomes 1 week. 1 week becomes 1 month. 1 month becomes a year. And 1 year from today, you will not recognize yourself if you start moving forward now. It does not matter if the steps are small. It only matters that they are forward. You will fail. Accept that now. Failure is not a sign that you are weak. It is a sign that you are trying. It is a lesson, not a label. Learn, adjust, keep going. Remember, the goal is not perfection. The goal is progress. The third step is environment. You cannot soar like an eagle if you surround yourself with pigeons. Your environment matters. If you are constantly around negativity, doubt, fear, and small thinking, it will poison your mind. Surround yourself with people who believe in growth, people who speak life into your dreams, people who push you, challenge you, and inspire you. And if you cannot find them, become them. Be the spark, be the fire, others will follow. Also, pay attention to what you feed your mind. What are you watching? What are you reading? What are you listening to? Fill your mind with books, podcasts, speeches, and videos that elevate you. Cut out the noise that drags you down. The fourth step is discipline. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. It is doing what needs to be done, even when you do not feel like it. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. There will be days when you do not feel like getting up. Days when the doubt feels heavy. Days when the results are invisible. Those are the days that separate the winners from the quitters. Get up anyway, show up anyway, do the work anyway. Discipline builds resilience, and resilience crushes doubt. The fifth step is identity. You must begin to see yourself differently. Stop calling yourself weak, lazy, broken, or average. Start saying, I am disciplined, I am focused, I am capable, I am unstoppable. When you change how you see yourself, you change what you expect from yourself, and what you expect is what you create. Identity drives behavior. If you see yourself as someone who always quits, you will always quit. But if you decide right now that you are someone who finishes what they start, you will fight differently. Change your identity and your life will follow. Understand this. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is not as big as it seems. The bridge is belief. The fuel is action. The structure is discipline. The guide is environment. And the transformation is identity. This is how you break the chains of self-doubt. You were not created to live small. You were not designed to live in fear. You were born with gifts, with potential, with purpose, but it is your responsibility to unlock it. No one is coming to do it for you. No one is coming to save you. You are the hero of your story. There is a version of you that is stronger, wiser, more successful, more confident, more fulfilled. But that version does not come from wishing. It comes from doing. Do not waste another day waiting for permission. You are the permission. Do not waste another moment doubting your worth. You are worthy. Do not waste another second believing you are not capable. You are more than capable. Your only limit is you. Look at the doubt. Look at the fear. Look at the insecurity. And declare, not today, not anymore. I am done being a prisoner of my mind. I am done living small. I am done doubting myself. From this moment on, I choose belief. I choose discipline. I choose growth. I choose action. I choose to become the person I was born to be. Every day you wake up, you are faced with two choices. Continue to live the life you have, or step into the life you are capable of. And every day, millions of people choose comfort over growth, safety over risk, doubt over belief, and they wonder why nothing changes. But change is not a mystery. Change is a decision followed by action repeated until it becomes reality. Understand this. You are not born with doubt. No child is born thinking they are not good enough. Watch a toddler learn to walk. They fall hundreds of times. Do they quit? Do they say, "This is not for me"? No, they get back up over and over until walking becomes natural, because failure is part of learning. It is only as we grow older that we learn to fear failure, that we begin to question our worth, that we start believing the lie that if we fall, it means we are not enough. But here is the truth. Falling is how we rise. The problem is not that you have fallen. The problem is that you have decided to stay down. Stand up, brush it off, look at the road ahead. The future is not written. Your story is not finished, and you hold the pen, the chains of self. Doubt get heavier the longer you wear them. The longer you listen to the voice that says you cannot, the more convincing it becomes. But the moment you fight back, the moment you decide enough is enough, those chains begin to crack. Do not wait for confidence to show up. Confidence is not a gift. It is a result of doing the hard thing over and over until your mind accepts that you are capable. Think about a time when you did something you were once afraid of. Maybe it was public speaking. Maybe it was learning a new skill. Maybe it was starting a job, a business, a project. At first it felt impossible, scary, overwhelming, but now you do it with ease. Why? Because you acted before you felt ready. That is the formula. Action first, confidence second. The more you act, the less power doubt has over you. The more you show up, the quieter fear becomes. Self. Doubt hates discipline, it hates action, it hates consistency, because every time you choose discipline, every time you take action, every time you stay consistent, you prove the doubt wrong. You rewrite the story in your mind from I cannot to I can, from I am not enough to I am more than enough. And let me be clear, this is not just about motivation. Motivation fades. What matters is building a mind set so strong that it becomes automatic. That even on the days you are tired, unmotivated, frustrated, or afraid, you still show up. That is how success is built, not in moments of hype, but in moments of discipline. If you are serious about breaking the chains of self-doubt, then you must become a student of your own mind. Pay attention. What triggers your doubt? Is it comparison? Is it failure? Is it the opinions of others? Whatever it is, face it head on. If comparison poisons your mind, limit your exposure. Focus on your lane. Run your race. Understand that the only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. If failure triggers your doubt, redefine failure. Failure is not the end. It is feedback. It is information. It is a stepping stone. The most successful people in the world are the best at failing forward. They learn faster. They adjust quicker. They keep going longer. If the opinions of others weigh you down, remember this. Their opinions do not pay your bills. Their doubts are not your reality. Half the people who doubt you are doubting themselves. They project their fear onto you. Let them. Your mission is not to convince the world. Your mission is to convince yourself. When you believe, the world adjusts. Opportunities start to appear. People start to notice. Doors begin to open, not because the world changed, but because you changed. That is the power of belief. That is the power of mindset. There is another truth you must embrace. Growth feels like pain. Progress feels like discomfort. If you feel uncomfortable, if you feel stretched, if you feel uncertain, that is not a sign you are failing. It is a sign you are growing. Comfort is the enemy of growth. You cannot have both. You must choose, stay in the comfort zone where everything is familiar, safe, and small, or step into the growth zone where everything is possible. Yes, it is risky. Yes, you might fall. Yes, it might be hard. But what is harder is looking back 10 years from now and realizing you let fear win. Do not let fear win. Fear is a liar. Doubt is a liar. They speak in half-truths. They magnify the risks and minimize the rewards. They remind you of every failure but none of the victories. They are not trying to protect you. They are trying to control you. Break free. The chains are not real. They are stories. Stories written by fear, by failure, by the past, by other people. But stories can be rewritten, and you hold the pen right now, today. Decide. Decide that the old story ends here. The story of doubt, the story of fear, the story of limitation, and a new story begins. The story of courage, the story of discipline, the story of growth, the story of victory. You are not a prisoner. You are not broken. You are not stuck. You are powerful beyond measure. You are capable of more than you can possibly imagine, but only if you decide, only if you fight, only if you rise. Your only limit is you, the final step to breaking the chains of self. Doubt is to live in alignment with your future self, not your current limitations. Every decision you make, every habit you choose, and every thought you allow must serve the person you are becoming, not the person you have been. Ask yourself, what would the most disciplined version of me do today? What would the successful version of me think right now? How would the confident version of me handle this situation? Live from that mindset, not from the mindset of the past. Self-doubt thrives in inaction. It grows stronger when you hesitate, when you procrastinate, and when you stay idle. But the moment you move, the moment you decide, the chains begin to crack. It is not about feeling ready. You will rarely feel ready. It is about deciding that ready or not, you move forward anyway. When the doubt whispers you cannot, answer back, I will. When fear says, what if you fail, answer, what if I succeed? When insecurity says you are not enough, answer, I am more than enough. This is your fight, and it is the most important fight you will ever have, because winning this fight changes everything. It changes how you walk into a room. It changes how you pursue your goals. It changes how you show up for your family, your future, and yourself. There will be moments when doubt creeps back in. That is normal. The goal is not to eliminate doubt forever. The goal is to make your belief louder than your doubt, stronger than your fear. Feed your belief daily. Read, learn, surround yourself with growth. Speak life over yourself. Do not wait for the world to validate you. Validate yourself. Every time you act in spite of fear, you strengthen belief. Every time you show discipline when it would be easier to quit, you become unstoppable. And slowly, something powerful happens. You stop wondering if you can. You start knowing that you can. You start walking differently, talking differently, thinking differently. You start attracting opportunities, people, and experiences that match the energy of someone who believes in themselves. You begin to transform, and here is something most people never realize. You are always transforming. You are always becoming something. The question is, are you becoming your greatest version, or are you becoming a smaller version of yourself, shaped by doubt? The choice is yours. Remember this. You were not placed on this earth to merely exist. You were placed here to create, to grow, to build, to serve, to lead, to inspire. Every dream you have was placed in your heart for a reason. It is not random. It is not accidental. It is a glimpse of what is possible if you are willing to believe. Do not let the world convince you to shrink. Do not let your past convince you that your future is small. Do not let fear write your story. Look around you. Everything you see, buildings, businesses, inventions, art, music, technology, once lived only in someone's mind, someone who decided to believe, someone who decided to fight doubt, someone who decided their only limit was themselves. Be that person. The chains of self-doubt are only as strong as your willingness to believe in them. The moment you decide, truly decide, that enough is enough, those chains lose their power. Stand tall, shoulders back, head high, walk forward even if your knees shake. Even if the voice of doubt still whispers, walk anyway, because every step forward weakens that voice. With time, with discipline, with relentless action, the whisper turns to silence. And one day, you will look back at the version of you who doubted. You will look back with gratitude, because that person had every reason to quit, every reason to believe the lie, but they did not. They stood up. They fought back. They believed, and because of that, everything changed. This is your life. This is your time. This is your fight. No more waiting. No more doubting. No more shrinking. Your only limit is you. Break the chains. Build the life. Become the person. It starts today. It starts now. It starts with you.